So a few weeks ago, I made a video where I looked through some very strange profiles. Some players who have a ton of playtime, but not really a lot of progression. And the complete opposite, players who don't have a lot of playtime, but have a ton of progression. And it seems like people definitely enjoyed that video. And there are so many comments informing me of more scuffed profiles. So I feel like it'd kind of be rude not to. Anyway, if you know of any profiles that might fit the bill, maybe for a potential next video, then make sure to leave them in the comments. Anyway, it's time to figure out how people with scuffed profiles get into the position that they're in. Now we start off this video by taking a look at somebody called Downtime Enjoyer. By looking at the profile, I don't think this name is correct. Now before we properly take a look, I want you to guess, how much playtime do you think this profile has? So first of all, Skyblock level 388, obviously pretty insane. All maxed skills except from social, which, I mean, social 19 isn't really something to be ashamed of. Almost 30k lily weight. We've got a skill average of 55, a net worth of over 55 billion. He's got a fully maxed Necron set with a diamond Necron head. He's got a dominance 10, speed 10 molten set, which kind of leads me to think that this person is into dungeons. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I mean, with this profile, you've got to be into everything, really. It was a silly observation. Anyway, we've got an Infernal Aurora set, a Fiery Terror set, Sorrow, we've got Magma Lord. I mean, there's no point going through everything. This is just a ridiculous profile. A maxed Hyperion, 2 Terminators, pretty much anything you'd ever want. I mean, you can scroll through here, almost 1,500 magical power, which is just, yeah. I don't know, it speaks for itself. 3 level 200 G-Drags. I mean, the list, it just goes on and on. Of course, he's got a Divins Drill. You know, there's no point. I mean, everything. Just anything you might want. Even almost Casa 50. It's just endless. Of course, you would imagine fully maxed out over Slayers. Yeah, ridiculous. Now, this profile was created around about 13 months ago, so just over a year ago. And he has around about 1.7k hours. I mean, that comment's from 3 weeks ago, so maybe he has 1.8 or 1.9k hours. I'm not sure. Regardless of if it's 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, that is insane. Like, this is like, yeah, I don't know. It is kind of mental. But this isn't the same for most people. This is a huge rarity. And it's safe to say that this probably isn't this person's first profile. And as we discovered in the last video, majority of people who have ridiculous progression in a very small amount of time have just started a new profile. I mean, there's a very small minority of people who pick Skyblock up straight away. It's a very complex game. If you are planning on buying anything from the Hypixel store, make sure to use code NITROS. It gets yourself 5% off. You should also subscribe to the channel and become part of the 30%. Make sure to join the Discord server. It's linked in the description of every single video. So the next profile we're taking a look at is this one here, Zymefer. And let me tell you, this one is, I don't know, it's a little bit strange. Skyblock level 141. When we look at the skills, we've got Taming maxed, then we've got Farming 52, and Combat 43. And nothing else really too good, like only Mining 25. Skill average of 35, we've got a 5.5 billion net worth. The profile was created 3 months ago, and according to the comment, it looks like they have about 400 hours playtime. Basically the only really decent armor set they have, well I say decent, this is a pretty much maxed out Fermento set. They do have a Sorrow set, a Mastiff set, a Storm set, and not really too much else. But they've got this Hyperion, which is, I mean, it's close to being fully maxed. At the same time, they've got a magical power of 480. Yeah, it's really quite strange. They've got this legendary Mushroom Cow pet, and they've also got a few other level 100 legendary pets. Now, this person is obviously a farmer. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it seems to me that they just farmed for a couple of months straight until they got a Hyperion, bought a Storm set, and then probably started doing dungeons. By all means, to get a net worth of 5.5 billion and a Hyperion in 3 months, I think that's pretty good. I think a lot of players would probably struggle to do that. But once again, that's not the norm, and I kind of get the impression that that's definitely not that person's first profile. You know, most people, when they start the first profile, will have a ton of playtime and not much progress. And now we take a look at the other end of the scale. Okay, this profile's level 74. It's not really got any skills to note at all. The highest one being what? Mining? No, enchanting. I mean, of course it is. That's kind of tied with combat. Anyway, this profile was created in June 2019. Skill average of 21 and a 200 mil net worth. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how much playtime this profile has. However, the comment that I actually got this profile from said this is probably one of the most extreme cases, which leads me to believe that this profile probably has more hours than you think it does. Now, this person has a full superior setup. The only other armor set they have is Glaciite, and they have, well, just a random mix of looks like 2 different equipment sets. They have interesting ultimate wise 5 aspect of the dragons, the dragon short bow and an aspect of the end, 198 magical power, a griffin. You know, there's not too much going on. If anybody knows or can somehow find out how much playtime this profile has, then please let me know in the comments, because it will be interesting to see. Also, it indicates that rune crafting is maxed out at level 3, which is, I don't know, questionable. Okay, so this is the next profile we're going to take a look at, and the profile is called Melissa. Scout level 373, about it all max skills except from foraging, which, to be fair, how can you blame anyone for being foraging 40? Imagine only being foraging 40, I mean, what an hell moment. I'm kidding, not too shabby at all. Anyway, 33 billion net worth, almost skill average 55, profile created 8 months ago. 8 months ago. Okay, this is 8 months of progression. I don't know how to feel. Necron setup, the Molten set, to some extent with a black belt. I don't even know how people get black belts, it's impossible. Anyway, we have a Golda setup, we've got a Fiery Aurora setup, Fiery Terror setup, Infernal Crimson, as you do, casually. And yeah, just pretty much everything that you'd want. Nice, decent enough for mental set as well. We've got an Estrella, 2 Terminators, you know, because that's what the cool kids have these days. Oh my, look at that Claymore. That is fully maxed. That is, yeah, okay. Now that I'm a little bit jealous of. And other stuff too. Magical power of over 1,400, which is insane. Have you got enough Fish Affinity Talismans? Probably not. 2 G-Drags, an Ender Dragon, yeah, just everything that you'd want. Just everything. This person's just got everything, okay? There's nothing else I can really say, they just have everything. Almost Kata 50. Yeah, I don't know. This sort of progression in 8 months is a little bit worrying, like... Yeah, I know the stereotype is Skyblock players don't touch grass, but... Yeah. I mean, I'm only saying that because I'm jealous, like, don't get me wrong. Okay, I think this may be the last profile we're going to look at, and to be honest, we've not seen any that are actually really terribly bad. Okay, so this is Michael70421's profile, and let's take a look. Skyblock level 221, we've got maxed out combat, runecrafting, enchanting, taming, mining 47, farming 30, it's not looking too bad. Skill average of 41, joined 2 years ago, net worth of 1 billion. Now, not gonna lie, just instantly looking at that, the level, that is really low. That is very low. Okay, and this profile has 2.9k hours for 1 billion net worth. Michael, my dude, what were you doing? Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the profile. So it's got this this Crimson setup, which is actually, it's not too bad. Half of it is hot. The boots are burning. Not sure what's happened with the helmet. The equipment, the glowstone gauntlet isn't actually too bad. I mean, that's pretty good. Dominance veteran, that's not too bad at all. As for the other 3 pieces, Breeze life regen, I don't know about that one. Anyway, epic lapis set, it's absolutely terrific. We've got a Terror set. What else have we got? Shadow Assassin, Croppy. Yeah, I think that's about it. Huh. What weapon do they use? Huh. Really not. I don't really know what they would use. I mean, the Bonzo stuff. Yeah, a Reaper Falchion. Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't really see, there's not really a proper weapon. Magical power is 515, which, to be honest, is actually better than I thought when I saw the net worth. Oh, that is a lot of Enderman. A lot of Enderman. No, it's like, on the first sight, I mean, this profile seems to have a ridiculously low net worth in comparison to the playtime and the Skyblock level. But I feel like this is, like, profiles like this, I'm not saying to this extreme extent, but profiles like this, actually I think are way more common than a lot of people think. I mean, there's no secret that at some point we all fall victim to logging on Skyblock, being on Skyblock for a few hours and not actually have done anything, or not really knowing what to do, or being bored running around the hub, or you know, the standard people things what people do. I don't know. It's just way more common than you think. And the reality is, those players with ridiculous progression, with a very low playtime, number one, it's not the first profile. Number two, they're probably a sweat. I mean, let's be honest here. There's no way of doing it unless you're actually really trying to. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying for those people who wonder how people do it, I mean, they just don't stop. And that's the bottom line. The exact opposite goes for people that have the complete opposite, not much progression and a high playtime. Usually it's the first profile, they don't really know what to do, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.